What is up, beautiful people? And still, the UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya, was able to defeat handily Marvin Vettori. We also got our first Mexican born and bred champion this weekend as well, man, with Brandon Moreno. Did his thing and was able to submit. Oh my goodness. Davidson Figueredo. Sorry, I drew a blank for a second. But yeah, man, such a fun card. I mean, Nate Diaz was on there. And I want to touch on the Nate Diaz fight because Nate Diaz, like, he's an anomaly. I mean, everything he does is just fucking awesome. Like, he could literally, like, make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on television and people would probably pay millions of dollars to watch, like, him and Snoop Dogg freaking smoke and make peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Like, he's just that type. He's just naturally interesting. And Leon Edwards really, really, really did himself a disservice on this fight. He didn't try to put Nate away. He didn't look hungry. He just looked like he was settling for a lot of stuff. And obviously Nate is a hard guy to put away. But the fact that Nate won round 5, especially that last little exchange, it made Leon Edwards look really, really bad. And here's why. Because Kamaru Usman is the champion. And that dude does not get tired. So it's like you got a guy that never gets tired, and he's gonna maul you for 5 straight rounds. His gas tank doesn't run out. You're trying to build your case to fight that guy, and this is what you do? Like, come on, man. Like he has no chance to fight Usman. Usman's gonna run right through him. Like, I mean, like, it's just not. It's not even a question, and it's not even like a fight math thing. It's just like a want to compete type of thing. Like, it just looked like he was there, but he wasn't in a hurry to get Nate out of there. And sometimes, like, you need to have that because you need something that's gonna get those butts in seats, something that's gonna make people want to tune in and pay all that money to come and see you fight. And if you don't give the UFC that, you don't give Dana White that, someone else is gonna take your position in line. It's weird, bro. But happy to see Nate Diaz back. I know he wants to fight again. Great to see that Israel was able to defend his title and now is eyeing a fight with Bobby Knuckles, running it back. And now he's going to be running it back with the majority of the middleweight division because he's beat pretty much everyone except Darren Till. He needs to win. He needs to win another fight because I believe he lost his last fight, so he needs to get back in the win column. Gastelum, same type of thing. Gerald Cannonier, same type of thing. Paulo Costa, same thing. So it's like now he's just waiting in the wings, and he's probably gonna lap these guys. I mean, get like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 freaking defenses in order to in order to match maybe the Anderson Silva record or whoever's record he's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But it should be fun. It should be a fun ride for the young dude. Um, on to other news. The GOAT herself was able to get her first win in mixed martial arts. I will say, like, one, her hands look very fast. I will say that. Obviously, like, the kicks need some work. The grappling shows some promise with, like, the things that she was able to do, with her being able to, like, to shrimp out of situations or being able to sprawl and those other things. So there's definitely some good takeaways from that fight. Like, she needs to do a lot more work before she's able to get on, like, a UFC card or anything like that. Like, and I know that she's willing to do it just because she's a workhorse in general. But man, her hands looked fast, dude. I'm like. So I was definitely impressed with that. Her hand speed is crazy, crazy fast. But definitely am interested to see who's next for her. I know, like, other camps have reached out, like AKA, just to get her wrestling more down packed. I mean, she's gonna be similar to like a style bender, where she's not gonna be worried about getting the fight to the ground. She's only focused on keeping it standing, so it's going to be a lot of sprawls, a lot of wrestling against the cage, turning, shrimping off the ground, using some like sweeps for her jujitsu and stuff like that. And it's gonna be fun to see. I think like in a couple years, I think she'll be able to move up the ranks and maybe fight for a title in the UFC in like in a couple years. But it's gonna take, I would say, probably 3-4 years before that happens. Just because like she has to get the ground game, she has to get the reps in, and like if you follow like the style bender model, if you follow the model of those who have been super successful, get your experience outside the UFC, get your 5-10 fights outside the UFC, and then come in and get the big checks. Just because like you don't want to have like the Sage Northcutt situation, the like Uriah Hall, even though he's still in the UFC, like he floats around like mid cardish still, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't want to be in a situation where like everything is not ideal. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to just be like a journeyman in the UFC. You want to be that person that's fighting for titles, fighting main events, and things like that. When you push yourself a little too early, which we've seen with the Sage Northcutts and a lot of people that went through the Ultimate Fighter show and people that are on the Contender Series, like a lot of those guys that got pushed super quick. Oh no, not the Contender Series. What was it? Looking for a fight and stuff like all those things, and people are just like pushing themselves way too soon, biting off way more than they can chew, and then they end up with a shitty hand after they've bitten off more than they can chew. So it's like you gotta really like manage your time wisely and not overexert yourself, because you'll end up losing more than you possibly could gain because you're getting pushed too fast. You're fighting big names way before your skill set is prepared and things like that. So I definitely feel like if Clarissa Shields, if she is patient, gets the work in overseas, gets the work in the PFL and stuff, I definitely think she could be a force in the UFC in the next couple of years. But yeah, man, I mean, so much fight news. Also, Karate Combat. I believe it is, what is it, July 3rd? Hold on, let me check right quick. Karate Combat. Karate Combat is going to be on TV. Did they fucking get rid of the post? God damn it. Well, just look up Karate Combat. It's supposed to be... Oh, July 1st. There we go. July 1st on CBS Sports. Karate Combat is going to be live on TV, which I'm very happy about. This is kind of giving me, like, flashbacks to, like, the young days when World Combat League was on, like... I think they were on Spike TV and other stuff. So, like... Or no, was it? It was either Spike TV or USA Network or one of those. But it's great to see that style of kickboxing starting to develop. I'm hoping that it's not like just like a splash in the pan. I'm hoping it lasts for a little while, which I think it's possible just because like UFC is cooking with grease now. It's at an all time high. You know what I'm saying? So now you're not worried about the UFC overtaking your sport more or less. You know what I'm saying? And I've talked to a couple OGs that actually fought in the World Combat League, excuse me, and they've talked about how like it was going well, but then the UFC hit, and then that was around the time the Ultimate Fighter show season 1 happened with like Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner and the fight that basically saved the company, and that kind of like in a lot of ways brushed World Combat League under the water. So we'll see if Karate Combat is that next thing, that next wave. If it's, I don't think it's gonna be obviously like as big as the UFC, but I feel like a lot of sport karate guys that have been competing, a lot of those that compete in the Olympic type of karate, like Kyokushin guys, like I think now like they're gonna finally have a professional realm to compete and develop that karate style of kickboxing a lot more than they may have been able to in the past. So I'm excited to see it. But what do you guys think, man? What do you think about Stylebender and Robert Whitaker running it back? Clarissa Shields' debut, Karate Combat on television, July 1st, man. Let me know. But as always, show love to one another. Be kind to each other. Thank you for everybody for all the birthday wishes and all that good stuff, man. That being said, I'm the International Sensei, and I will see you guys in the next one. Us.